With Leveon Bell having a contract dispute, and when he comes back, there is a job to be decided. James Conner is tearing up defenses and putting up a lot of yards. So, who should start, Leveon Bell or James Conner?
The former Pittsburgh Panthers running back has broken right onto the scene with a stunning 9 all-purpose touchdowns this season in the NFL. James Conner is looking like a top 5 running back going into Week 9, up there with guys like Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt, and even Todd Gurley. Through just 7 games, he averages 85.5 rushing yards per game. That is 20% of the Steelers' total yards all season. James Conner has learned a lot from Leveon Bell, though. He has learned to be patient and wait for his offensive line to open up holes for him to run through. He can make quick cuts relating to Sean McCoy and can accelerate to top speed after. He is very elusive for how much he weighs, being 229 pounds.
And he is already getting some awards. He just won AFC Offensive Player of the Month in October. He got 526 yards and 6 touchdowns. And he won it despite playing only 3 games due to a bye week. The Steelers were struggling in September, going just 1-2-1, which depressingly was the same record of the Cleveland Browns. Evidently, James Conner just needed a month to break out into superstar form. It's hard to believe that he's blossomed so quickly. In September, he had a minuscule 202 yards and just 3 touchdowns, 2 of them coming in Week 1. Can he carry his torrid pace for the rest of the season, or will it just flame out soon? This scenario is going to be like the Chiefs last year. They started hot, but then they barely held on for a playoff spot at 10-6. In this case, James Conner will inevitably slow down, but do the teams figure out how he runs? But that's no reason to overlook him. Let's look at Bell's stats through this time last year.
In 2017, Leveon Bell totaled 11 touchdowns in the whole season, which is only 2 touchdowns over James Conner. Bell played the entire season, and Conner had just played 7 games. However, Conner will have another test against the Ravens. In their last matchup in Week 4 in Pittsburgh, Conner had just 9 carries for 19 yards. In the upcoming game against the Ravens, who happen to have 27 sacks and 5 picks so far, and are also up there in tackles for loss with 29. We will see what Conner will be able to do up against that stout defense. This time, they're in Baltimore. I don't know if the Ravens going 4-4 through 8 games has shocked anyone so far. The Steelers could easily win this game by how they've been playing recently. They're even on a 3-game win streak. The Ravens, on the other hand, have been kind of up and down this year. They absolutely manhandled the Bills Week 1, only to embarrass themselves against the Bengals of all the teams the next. You can't accurately pick how the Ravens will do, and the Ravens have struggled against their division as they are 1-2. Their only win against the Steelers.
James Conner has an iffy schedule, though. In 5 of their last 9 games, they played decent teams, highlighted by the Patriots and the Saints in back-to-back weeks. That's brutal. And 2/3 of those 9 teams they play next have subpar defenses. They could easily be picked apart by James Conner, who has at least 2 touchdowns in his past 3 games. Have you ever seen Bell do anything like that? Didn't think so. Conner's on pace for 1,975 total yards and 19 total touchdowns. That's insane. Bell has never been able to do that and never will. Bell still isn't on the team, and it is possible that he can miss the entire season. But if he comes back, I know who I'm rolling with, James Conner.